record. Okay, so Zeenat, how about we start with a little introduction, what you do, where you are, just a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Thank you so much, Eva. And, hi to everyone. Hi to all the participants who are with us. Hello to you if you're live or even on replay. So I'm Zeenat Syed. I'm here in London, UK. My background is in alternative therapies, and I'm also a success advisor, like Eva says. But I'm also with a network marketing company which specializes in epigenetic nutrition. And I've been involved with this company now for almost 12 years. So I am wearing few hats, like Eva says, but I'm also known as Catwoman. And I have to mention this because I don't want to upset Yusuf, my cat. He is my business partner. I just actually got in from taking him for a walk. So yeah, we just got home in time.
We cannot offend Yusuf.
Oh.
Love it. So, Zeenat, what was going on for you when we met, and what inspired you to join us?
Okay, Eva, you know something? Wow, I go back and every time masterclass happens and I'm helping participants to make these decisions and I'm like, wow, I just go back to 2020 August when I first came onto a masterclass. And you know something? How I came into masterclass was again another miracle story because I was so tired of my inner critic.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a prayer about 2 weeks before masterclass post came up that I saw. I just said to God, I guide me to something that's going to help me with this inner critic because it was literally sabotaging my life, my actions, my business, my relationships, right? And within 2 weeks, your post appeared on my Facebook page. And I wasn't very active on Facebook. I was a very newbie and I was just literally fiddling around on there. And I came across your post and I was like, wow, this sounds very, very interesting. And the thing was, when I made the prayer, there's a verse in the Quran I always refer back to, and it says, if you don't change, uh, sorry, God will not change the condition of the people unless they change their inner selves.
Mm-hmm.
And this inner selves bit was something that I was pondering for maybe about 35 years, actually. And so when I came across your post, I didn't really know what to expect. And I thought, okay, it's a free masterclass. Let me just see what all of it's about, right? But oh my God, when I came into masterclass and every single day that I joined in live, I did the homeworks. And by the way, guys, you lot all did your live videos so much better than I did. But I came through it and I was like, this is my prayer answered.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was looking for, changing that inner self. And so that's how I first came across to knowing about you, Eva, because I hadn't known about you. I'd very, very heard about Bob Proctor. Like I'd maybe might have seen a couple of videos, but I didn't really know a lot about Bob Proctor either. Yes, at that time.
Love this. You've been guided in your own way. Love
Yes, yes.
it. Good. So Zina, tell us, what are your biggest wins? We could talk for hours, but we have like about maximum 30 minutes.
I know, I know. You know something? I think about this, and last 4 years, this has been so many wins in all areas of my life. Immediately after joining masterclass and then coming on board thinking into results, I noticed that my income increased, doubled and trebled. I was getting clients from all sorts of places, referrals. In fact, people from the past came back, and I'm like, oh my God, where have you been for a few years? So all of this was happening in a really nice way. I was getting busy, but in a good way. So I was really excited. But something happened in November when I lost my dad. My dad had the COVID, and he literally from being taken to the hospital, it was about 2 days, and we lost our dad, which was very, very devastating and very shocking. But within 3 weeks after my dad, I lost my brother. So two very close family members who I loved to bits and who are my biggest fans as well and loved me to bits, all of a sudden were gone. Now, had I not joined Thinking into Results when I did, I don't think that I would even be here today, because what came about after was again another story. I mean, I had the tools to at least cope during the grieving period of time. Of course, I grieved. I'm a natural human being, but I was still able to stay empowered during this grieving time as well.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why, because straight after this time, I landed in a court case. And this was, again, I was a victim of a crime. It was so, I mean, all of a sudden I felt like my world had opened up from underneath my feet, right? Because I'm thinking, what's happening all of a sudden? But I don't know, it was everything that I learned in the program, your mentoring back to forth through messages as well, and through the success coach, the team, the community. I heard stories about how other people had come through similar type of court cases as well. So that gave me hope. So I prepared to go into court as if I'm just going to win this thing, right? And it was a few month wait, because the court date was like something like May 2021. Yeah. So during that waiting period of time, I worked on the tools. I worked on getting my statement done, and again, God connected me to a cousin that I'd lost touch with for so many years, and we reconnected. And she happens to be a barrister lawyer,
Brilliant.
and she was able to help me to get how put everything right on this statement as well. So I came into court on the day with my son. He drove me there. And we came to the reception asking about our court case, and they were like, "Well, what are you doing here? Your court, it's been resolved, basically." And I was so wow, relieved, number one, but also like, this thing really works. This program works for other things apart from just business results. So I was really amazed, seriously, and it built the wall of faith in me that this program works for everything. And then after getting this relief, straight away I went into long COVID. So basically, we had a period of times where the lockdown was lifted, and then clients were contacting me, and because I did home visits, I visited a client who didn't inform me that her son had COVID symptoms, and unfortunately, I came home. Within 36 hours, I was in my bed, flat out. It was that probably 1 month in bed was one of the most sickest time that I've been in my life. And again, around this time, I remember you mentoring me back to forth with messages, everybody sending me their best wishes to get well soon. All of these things really, really helped me around that time. And the doctors were very worried about me. They were actually going to send me into the hospital. I didn't want to go into hospital because I saw my dad, the way he left us within 2 days in the hospital. And that really freaked me out, and I thought, well, if I'm going to go, I'm going to go in my home around my family. But I came out of this. There was this one day, Eva, I literally thought that I was going somewhere.
Mhm.
And it was a very deep sleep I went into. And all I remembered was something you told me in the mentoring voice messages. And that kind of resonated and rang in my mind, And then the next thing I remember was I came back. So it was like, wow, where did I just go and come back? And I really, really think that I'm just so blessed that I had all this support from you, the team, and everything. I mean, it's just a miracle that I'm here alive today and well and talking to everybody and being here live, because I don't really think I would be here if it wasn't for Thinking to Results.
Mm.
And I always forget this, but I want to mention another big win is that now I've raised nearly 50K for charity. And this is again using the tools, the belief in myself that I can do it. And this money has gone to support, over the last 4 years, orphan children in Uganda who are being fed, clothed, sheltered, and all the medical, if they ever needed it, it's all there for them. And a family in Palestine, even at this moment, they're being supported, even through the very severe war situations that they are in. So I'm just so blessed that I'm here and well enough to do all these things that I do, Eva.
So good. Oh,
Yeah.
listen, you've had quite a journey, but I nearly feel like you've become so much stronger through all of this, and it's like nothing will shake you anymore because you know how everything works, right? And you know you have all these toolbox how to deal with challenges. So, yeah. So the moment of decision making, Zeenat. So when you were about to jump on board, jump off the cliff,
Yes.
was there anything trying to pull you away from that decision, whether in your mind or in the outside world? And how did you make the decision anyway?
Well, you know something, Eva, when I came through masterclass and I knew this was my prayer answered, God, universe, whatever you believe in, had guided me to this masterclass. So I was there for a reason.
Yeah.
Now, I had to make a decision because I want to give you a little bit of a background to this. In lockdown, we had lost 3.5 huge losses of income. So my husband's income went out the window straight away because he has a driving school and he couldn't trade anymore. My son got made redundant. He worked for British Airways, and out of the 6,000, he was one of them that got made redundant. My daughter moved near her station. She was in police academy and she was stationed near a station, and she had to move near there so she could avoid the lockdown restrictions for travel. And I couldn't do half of my therapies. The only thing I had to rely on was my direct sales business. Now, I only had £2,000 deposit money to use, and there was no other income coming in. Now, I had a choice. Do I put that towards next month's rent, the food, or do I pluck up my courage now and say, I believe in this because I was guided to this, and everything that Eva has told us, I believe in this. I believe that I can do this if I just follow everything what's being taught and Eva's mentorship, I can get through it. Now, part of me was fearful of talking to this about with my husband, and the reason was that around that time we were not really communicating very well. And I know that if I'd spoken to him, his first answer would have been no.
Yeah.
Because of the financial losses that we had happening. And it would have been understandable. Now, I didn't want to worry him either that I'm doing this. Not that I wanted to keep it from him. I don't do anything without talking to him or him knowing. But I knew that I had to do this decision by myself and that I'll tell him a bit later when he starts seeing results. So that's the decision I took. And part of me was saying, you got to do this now. My intuition was telling me actually that I had to do this now. And it was so strong that I just had to pluck up the courage. I had to do the jump because, like you shared in the video with Will Smith, all good things are on the other side of fear.
Mm.
And I thought, if this is the only chance I've got left to do something really, for the family. So that was my main kind of intuition telling me, it's for you. It's not only for me, but it's for the whole family. And if I can increase the income also in the lockdown, it's going to benefit everybody. But that was the kind of the way I went about, and I made the jump, Eva. Had I not made the jump, did I really know that my dad and my brother were going to pass away in the space of 3 weeks within a couple of months of investing? I didn't. Did I know that I would be in this court case? I didn't. I didn't know that I would even catch long COVID. So I myself now look back and I'm thinking that decision was correct. When you feel the intuition, that is the right time. That is your guidance from the universe or God to do it now, not later, because we just don't know what's going to happen in our lives over the next few months. But because I gained the tools, I survived, Eva. Seriously, when you look at everything what I'd gone through, you've got to agree that something here was right, working
Yes.
right, yeah, to help me to get through it.
Yeah.
Still be empowered to help people, and still have a business growing.
Yeah.
That is just the miracle part of the whole story, to be honest. So I will always be grateful, always be grateful to you, the team, thinking into results, and the fact that God connected us together. Seriously, yeah.
So beautiful, and I'm also grateful. We both attracted each other, so it's so wonderful.
Yes.
And so Zeenat, I think you already mentioned, but like, do you have some final words to our participants who maybe right now are making their life-changing decision, and on one hand they feel that we can help them, on the other there might be something in the way. What would be your best tip to make the best decision for themselves and their goals?
Again, I would say go with your intuition. If your intuition says yes, and remember, Eva taught you how to make decisions, and if your answer is yes to all those questions, then the yes is now. Is to do it now, not later. And like I said to you, you don't want to be in regret 6 months. Why do you even want to let time go by? Because a lot of you that I've been speaking to, and I'm so grateful for every single participant that I've spoken to. Seriously, you guys have just been so amazing. And God had guided you, or universe had guided you to this masterclass, and there was a reason, because you were looking for an answer to something that you're going through in your life, whether it's pain regarding around your business, your income, maybe it's your relationship, maybe you're looking for a soulmate or the right one, or it's your health reasons. There is something that you are looking for an answer to, and you're here for a reason, and you've got the answer, the solution. The solution is thinking into results. Yes, it is for business mentorship, but you are going to change so many areas of your life. You will not recognize yourself. In fact, let me just tell you, our chairman of the company that I'm with in my network marketing, and he just can't believe who I am now. And he told me this just last week. He said, Zeenat, when you first came on board, and now you've had just phenomenal personal growth, right? And so that's what's going to happen. People are not going to recognize you anymore, or you're going to be in a newer version, right, of yourself. So I would say to you guys, listen, you're here for a reason. You don't be in pain anymore. Your pain will be relieved once you come on board, getting this mentorship. Eva is one of the top consultants of Bob Proctor, and she doesn't carry that title just by itself. She's proved it with results. the number of people that have come through her mentorship program, I mean, over 1,500 by now, right? It just shows you how dedicated she is, how much she really wants you to succeed. And that is what I would say you are getting, or you are getting the best mentorship program. You're getting top consultant, global consultant, right? So this investment is not only for yourself, but it's for your whole family. How it's going to ripple out, you will not know. You will really not even know that it's happening until it actually does happen. And you look back and you think, oh my gosh, yes, it's going to ripple out to your family members. It's going to ripple out to your spouse, your relationships, in your health. People are going to not recognize you. Seriously, it's just amazing. And, you know, if I can just leave you with just one thing, is love yourself enough to do this for yourself.
Oh, yes.
Seriously, I mean, I remind myself now every single day to love myself. And that's the best investment I made, because my return on investment came back many, 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 many times. I mean, some of my business results I can just mention before we go. I've been top in UK, top performer in UK for the last 2 years. I've earned trips to Croatia. Last year I was in Malta, and this year I'm going for the Spain promotion. So, you know, all of these things are happening because I joined the program, and the future is bright for every single one of you. You just have to believe in yourself that you can do it and do the jump. You know, I'm not asking you to not speak to your spouse or your husband or your wife. I'm not saying that. But if there is an issue, talk it out. And remember, even if your spouse is not happy with you for the moment while you're investing, but you know something, they're going to see the return on investment and the person that you're becoming and how their lives are going to transform too. And they're going to really appreciate that you took the step. So do the jump. Let's see you on the other side, and let's celebrate you guys.
Yes. I don't think I need to add anything else. Just love yourself enough to go
Yes.
full out for your dreams. I do believe that this is an act of self-respect and self-appreciation, and it does ripple out to everybody around you. Your family benefits, your client benefits, your if you have a husband or a partner, they will have a happy wife or happy husband. Everything changes. So just do make the decision that your future self will be proud of. So think forward 6 months from now, look back on today, what would your future self be proud of, and then do it. And if you feel called and inspired to join us, the link is in the description of this video, and we are looking forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you, Zeenat.
Hey, bye everyone.